Hey, Jordan Orell making my daily video about circumcision. And something I think that's really important to consider is when you're thinking about this decision of circumcision and thinking about, is this something I should be doing? A really, really important aspect is not just what about this baby, this child that's mine, and is it the right choice based on medical evidence I know or on what other people are doing. But the real question you should be asking is, what about the adult man that he will become when he is old enough to understand fully what having or not having a foreskin means, and when he is fully able to experience that for himself? What do you think he will want? Will he be glad that you cut off part of his penis when he was a baby and just accept that and say that's fine? Probably it was for the best, it probably had medical benefits or whatever. Or is there a chance that he might see that he had that removed from him, and some men don't, and hear what they have to say? Might he hear that some of them actually really like their foreskins, that it prevents or that provides special functions like lubrication, so he doesn't need lube to masturbate or to have sex? Might he regret the fact that he doesn't have a lot of those nerve endings, and that he doesn't have the ridge band and the frenulum, which are the most sensitive parts of the penis? Might he be angry about that and wish that, at the very least, he always could have decided for himself? This is really, really important to consider, because he can always change that later. He can always go and get circumcised when he really understands what that means, but he can never go back. He can never uncircumcise himself. You can restore your penis, restore the foreskin, and that's maybe 70% as good as it would have been. But he can never actually have his penis back to the way it would have been and experience sex it was supposed to be, have that incredible sensitivity that intact men have and always talk about. He may be one of these many men who hate their lives, who are extremely depressed, who can't have fulfilling sexual relationships or become totally asexual, who disown his parents, who hate his parents because of what they did to him. And, he can always change it. He can always change it if he isn't circumcised. He can always change that, and he may be angry for a little bit, but then he'll get circumcised, and either he'll hate himself for doing that. Hopefully, you can inform him, you can tell him, well, we didn't do it because that has a lot of nerve endings, it serves a lot of functions, and in the future, furthermore, very few people will be circumcised, if any, and so you won't have to explain that to him. But it's a really, really important thing to consider, that this baby is your baby. It's your baby right now. You are the parent. You make decisions for him. But circumcision isn't a decision that almost anybody in the world makes except for people in the United States. No other developed country does this procedure. We're pretty much the only ones who cut the genitals of our children, and it's kind of an odd thing, and kind of something that an increasing number of men are getting really upset about. And consider that. Consider the man he will become. Consider the fact that it really, please do research circumcision, from different perspectives, and if you really look into it, I think you'll start to find actually the medical benefits are pretty much non-existent. Even people who are for it admit that there's not really much medical benefit, if any, And there are definitely hidden risks. There are also huge risks to circumcision, such as losing part of the glands. Having too much skin removed is pretty common actually, and causes them to have even less sensitivity and a lot of difficulty with sex. As I said, the psychological complications. Mutal stenosis is something that a huge percentage of men, I think like 10 or 20% of men, have their urethra narrow enough at the end because of the callus on the penis caused by the exposed glands and rubbing against clothes, and now it hurts every time that I pee. Every time I pee, it burns, and that's pretty common. That's millions and millions and millions of men experience that, and they just think it's normal. They don't know it's because they had that part of their body amputated, and now they're just stuck like that. You know, consider all those things. Consider the fact that it's not your body, and if he wants to get it done later, that should really be his choice. It should really be up to him whether or not he gets to experience sex the way that nature intended. It should be up to him how his penis looks. It's not a parent's choice to pierce a child's ears or make other body modifications. So why should it be acceptable for parents to be able to alter the look of the most intimate part of his body, to amputate the skin, the highly sensitive skin off of a baby's body? It's just insane. And that's why it is coming to an end now, as people are becoming informed. And please don't be one of those parents who regrets it, whose son hates him. Please think about this decision and really do what's best for your child. Follow your instinct. Does it feel good to perform this extremely violent, extremely painful act on him, and to limit who he is and who he can be, and to take away that from him? Please, please, please be a good parent. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, or if you'd like any more information on any specific aspect of this, I'd love to share. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll make another video